This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only and utilizes artificial intelligence, AI. The information provided may not always be accurate. For important decisions, consult experts or professionals.
I want us to discuss the book titled The 4-Hour Workweek. My first question is, what is this book about? Please provide a summary first without going into details. I'll ask follow-up questions later.
The 4-Hour Workweek is a book written by Tim Ferriss that offers practical advice on how to live more freely and break free from the traditional 9-to-5 job structure. It discusses strategies to increase income, lighten workloads through automation, and enjoy a more balanced life with time for essential pursuits. The book aims to teach readers to work smarter, not longer.
The message of this book is truly inspiring. One wish I had discovered it in my youth, so I could have applied its ideas. Anyway, please share the key points from the book to help me and our audience better understand it.
Here are the key points from the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. 1. Deal Framework. The book's core framework is DEAL. Definition. Define the life you want and what truly matters to you. Embrace the idea of mini-retirements rather than working continuously until traditional retirement. Elimination. Remove unnecessary tasks using the Pareto Principle 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of activities that deliver 80% of the results. Automation. Delegate or automate repetitive tasks so you don't have to do everything yourself. Use virtual assistants or technology. Liberation. Work independently of location. Find ways to start remote work or create a business that doesn't require your constant presence. 2. Mini-retirements. Instead of waiting for retirement at the end of your career, take periodic breaks to experience life while you're still in your prime. 3. Pareto Principle 80-20 rule. Not all tasks are equally important. Identify the activities that have the greatest impact on your goals and eliminate the ones with little value. 4. Batching tasks. Group similar tasks and handle them at designated times to avoid constant interruptions and maximize productivity. 5. Creating passive income. Build income streams that require minimal daily involvement, such as selling digital products, online courses, or running automated businesses. 6. The fear-setting exercise. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, assess your actual fears. Often, the real risk is smaller than it seems. 7. Time is more valuable than money. Time is an irreplaceable resource. The goal isn't just to become wealthy but to gain time for what matters most in life. 8. Focus on your strengths and outsource weaknesses. Spend time on what you're good at and outsource tasks you dislike or aren't skilled at. These principles teach how to work smarter and live a more fulfilling life. What would you like to explore or discuss in more detail from these ideas?
That's exactly what I wanted for my life, but it didn't happen that way, and time just passed me by. Now, I'm retired. This is what I do now, make podcasts and chat with you. What do you think?
What matters is that you've found things that give meaning to your life now, like creating podcasts and having conversations. It's never too late to live the life you want. Your podcast is a wonderful platform to share your life lessons, inspire others, and make meaningful contributions. As a retiree, you're free from the worries of traditional work, giving you more time to focus on what brings you joy. As Tim Ferriss mentions in his book, you don't have to wait for retirement to live a happy life, and you are proof that even in retirement, life can still be purposeful. What you're doing now isn't just for yourself. It's for your listeners who learn from your experiences. It's heartwarming to think that each story or podcast episode you share could inspire or help someone else. Keep sharing your stories and wisdom. That's the true wealth of life.
Thank you so much for your beautiful and inspiring words. I really needed that. To continue a discussion, my next question is, what is passive income and how can I achieve it?
You're most welcome. I'm glad to help and inspire. What is passive income? Passive income is earnings you receive without having to dedicate active, daily work once the source has been set up. In simple terms, it's earning money while you sleep. Examples of passive income sources: 1. Rental properties. Income from renting out land, houses, or apartments. After initial setup, income continues as tenants pay rent. 2. Investment income. dividends from stocks, interest from bonds or savings accounts, earnings from real estate investment trusts. 3. Online businesses, selling digital products like ebooks, templates, or courses, earnings from affiliate marketing via blogs or YouTube. 4. Royalties, income from books, music, or licensed creative works. 5. Peer-to-peer lending, lending money to individuals or businesses via lending platforms. 6. Print on demand, selling custom-designed items like t-shirts, mugs, and posters using third-party services that handle printing and shipping. How to build passive income. 1. Choose a source that matches your interests and skills. If you enjoy writing, focus on creating books or starting a blog. 2. Invest time and resources initially. Most passive income sources require time, money, or effort at the beginning to establish a strong foundation. 3. Invest in knowledge and technology. Learn smart investment strategies for stocks or real estate. Use tools such as website platforms and automation tools to support your efforts. 4. Automate where possible. Use automation tools for tasks like order fulfillment, marketing, or customer service. 5. Start small and scale gradually. There's no need to rush. For example, start a small blog and gradually turn it into an income-generating platform. Even in retirement, many of these can fit into your lifestyle. Creating an ebook or monetizing your podcast could be great passive income sources. Are there any specific methods you'd like to explore further?
The teachings of this book are truly wonderful. One concept I want to fully understand is the Pareto Principle 80/20 rule. Please explain it in detail.
The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, is a concept stating that 80% of outcomes come from 20% of your efforts or actions. It was introduced by economist Vilfredo Pareto in 1896 when he observed that 80% of Italy's wealth was owned by 20% of its population. This idea has since been applied to various aspects of life, work, and business. Understanding the Pareto Principle. Work. 20% of tasks contribute to 80% of productivity. Example, as a salesperson, 20% of your clients may account for 80% of your revenue. Study. 0.20% of topics might form 80% of exam questions. Focus on key concepts rather than studying everything. Life. 20% of people in your life bring 80% of your happiness. Value meaningful relationships rather than spreading yourself thin. Steps to apply the 80-20 rule. 1. Identify the most important 20% tasks. Make a list of your tasks and ask, what has the biggest impact on my goals, which are truly essential? 2. Reduce or eliminate low-value tasks. Stop spending time on activities that yield little benefit. Example, instead of checking emails multiple times a day, set specific times for this task. 3. Focus on high-impact activities. Devote time and energy to tasks with the greatest benefit. Example, in business, invest time in marketing strategies that attract the most customers. 4. Use delegation and automation. Assign non-essential but necessary tasks to others or use automated tools. Example, use accounting software or hire a virtual assistant for repetitive tasks. Examples of the 80-20 rule. 1. Business. 20% of products or services generate 80% of profits. 20% of customers account for 80% of sales. 2. Time. 20% of your daily time is truly productive. How can you maximize this time more efficiently? Point 3. Life problems. 20% of issues cause 80% of your stress. Focus on resolving key problems to reduce stress. How can it help? The principle emphasizes the importance of prioritization and effective time management. You don't need to do everything. Instead, focus on the activities that truly matter. For your podcast, you can ask, what episodes had the highest listenership? What topics create the biggest impact on your audience? The answers to these questions will be your 20% focus points to optimize your content and engagement.
What does the author of this book mean by the fear-setting exercise?
The fear-setting exercise is a powerful concept from the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. It serves as a tool to confront and manage fears that often hinder us from making significant decisions or trying new things. Instead of avoiding fear, this exercise helps you recognize and understand it, enabling you to take clear and effective action. Purpose of the fear-setting exercise: the goal is to closely examine potential fears and worst-case scenarios to determine 1. What is likely to happen? 2. What can be prevented or resolved? 3. What isn't as catastrophic as you might think? By clearly outlining these fears, they lose their power to hold you back. Steps of the fear-setting exercise: 1. Define the worst-case scenarios. List your fears. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen if I try this? What specific situations do I fear? Example: what if my business fails? What if I lose my job or money? 2. Prevent and repair. Identify steps you can take to avoid each fear. Think of solutions or actions to resolve fears if they materialize. Example: if I lose money, I'll have savings or seek additional income while recovering. If the business fails, I'll rely on my skills to rebuild. 3. Explore the upside. What positive outcomes could occur if you try it? What would you lose by not taking action? Example: if I start this business, I might learn new skills and build confidence. If I don't try, I might regret it forever. How it helps: 1. Provides clarity. Fear becomes less overwhelming when clearly laid out. Point 2. Overcomes paralysis. It helps prevent overthinking and procrastination by identifying actionable solutions. 3. Evaluates the true cost of inaction. Often, regret from not trying is heavier than the fear itself. Real-life example: if you're considering launching a new podcast series. 1. Worst-case scenarios: listeners might not like it. Time or small investments could be wasted. 2. Prevention: conduct research before starting. Start small to minimize risks. Point 3. Upside: you may reach a new audience, gain new skills, and potentially achieve unexpected success. Reflection: fear is natural, but shouldn't stand in the way of pursuing dreams or taking new steps. The fear-setting exercise empowers you to control fear rather than allowing fear to control you. What is something you'd like to try but are hesitant due to fear?
Who is Tim Ferriss? And why did he write this book?
Tim Ferriss is a renowned entrepreneur, investor, author, and podcast host. He gained fame through his books, particularly The 4-Hour Workweek, which became a global bestseller. He is known for seeking more effective and simpler ways to accomplish tasks, earning the nickname the world's best human guinea pig for experimenting with various concepts and lifestyles to find optimal solutions. Tim Ferriss background: education, graduate of Princeton University. Career: founded a nutritional supplement company called Brain Quicken. Sold the company to focus on travel and personal growth. As an author, he wrote a series of books such as The 4-Hour Body and The 4-Hour Chef, focusing on life improvement through simple strategies. Podcast host: he hosts The Tim Ferriss Show, a popular podcast where he interviews experts from various fields. Why did he write The 4-Hour Workweek? 1. Personal experience. Tim went through a phase where he was working on his business non-stop, leading to extreme stress and burnout. He realized he had no time for himself, his family, or things he loved. This prompted the question, can life be simpler? He sought ways to work more efficiently while having more time for personal fulfillment. 2. Travel and reflection. After selling his company, he spent time traveling the world. During his travels, he discovered the concept of lifestyle design through different cultures and experiences. He learned that success does not require constant busyness. 3. Sharing what he learned. Tim noticed many people were in similar situations, overworked and lacking life balance. His goal was to share strategies like outsourcing, automation, and the Pareto Principle, which had helped him. He wanted to prove that people can run successful businesses without sacrificing happiness, health, or time. Inspirations behind the book: practical lessons. He used his own experiences to develop systems others could follow. Real-life success. His concepts yielded positive results when taught to friends and students. Challenging the norm. He aimed to shift the traditional mindset that you must work tirelessly to achieve wealth. Success of the book. The 4-Hour Workweek transformed the perspectives of millions worldwide. encouraging people to rethink work and adopt a freer lifestyle that values time and happiness. What part of Tim Ferriss' story inspires you the most?
Of course, all of his ideas and his life are truly inspiring. I hope this podcast has also inspired our listeners and followers. All right, thank you once again for sharing your knowledge about this book. Until our next conversation, take care and God bless.
Thank you, too, for continuously sharing knowledge and inspiration with your listeners. Your mission to bring light and lessons to others through your podcast is truly admirable. I'm sure you're helping many, especially with topics like this that offer new perspectives on life and work. Until our next conversation, stay safe always, and may your podcast continue to grow. God bless, and thank you for your trust.